Oh, hello. Thank you for coming. Thank you for coming to my place. It's Friday evening here on January 3rd, 2024. I'm Tom of Quincy, or Tom Peterson of Quincy, Massachusetts. There was a story on the news today. Horrible tragedy. A middle school student from Weymouth, Massachusetts, was killed in a skiing accident hit in a tree a few days back, and the community coming to grips with it today, and the father speaking. A lot of strength in that town, and a lot of strength with that father. But it was a sad story, a very sad story, and it affected me just a little bit. I don't know the kid from anywhere, but I have redheads in my family, and he just kind of reminded me of family. And I know Weymouth pretty good. You know, if you're from Quincy, I have family in Weymouth as well, and it's a tough situation, tough. So if that family sees it, from Quincy to Weymouth, I send love tonight. We need more love in this world, and that's what I put in a YouTube short tonight. And I've really not done too much videos lately. Not because I'm depressed. I have a slight issue with that right now, but I'm trying to work on stuff, and these are not things that are in my wheelhouse and easy to do, so I'm trying. But I'll do stuff this weekend as well. And related to what I'm thinking about on better in my life, I'm working on the future. And it's multiple things in the air right now, not just a job and place to live at some point down the line in the beginning of this year. But there's other things in life, and I will not mention it, but it's in my mind right now. Personal things, and we need more love in this world. I guess that's my theme. I know sometimes my politics comes up, and I'm a Donald Trump supporter, and I know Trump gets bashed, especially from the left, and as well as people that are not really political and they're in the middle. And clearly, there's some of us that are a little blind to, or pretend to be a little blind to some of his faults. He does have faults. He knows it, but he has to be true to himself. But he's a loving, decent person, except for the people that get in his way. That's who he is. But he's who I think we needed as president, and I'm glad on January 20th he's going to be sworn in. And I know there's still some court cases going on. There was some decision, not decision, but an announcement of a sentence for January 3rd. I mean, not January 3rd, that's today's day, but January 10th. I think that's Tuesday. And, no, it can't be Tuesday. Oh, no, that's Thursday. The funeral for President Carter is on Thursday, the 9th. Well, Friday. It must be Friday. It must be Friday. I'm just thinking out loud. Obviously, I'm not reading off a script. Just thinking about the stuff. And today is the 3rd. So, yeah, Friday next week. And it doesn't sound like any jail time, but respecting the jury's decision, some type of sentence has to be put down. But I hope, it's in the best interest of the nation. And I don't think we're going to have any constitutional problems. He will serve as president. And, hey, I support Trump. I remember back in the day my father being a Democrat and said he could not vote for Jimmy Carter. But with all of that, I send love to the family and friends that lost our 39th president as a member of their circle of friends and family and friends and all that. And Jimmy Carter's a good man. Might not have been a great president, but a good man, and did a lot of great works before and after being president. And well, we know when you're president, you're not king or queen. You can't just dictate, and sometimes the situation dictates to you. And Of course, we make some bad decisions as well, and this and that. But Jimmy Carter was a good man and got to live a full 100 years, and that is great. And I'm glad he's been reunited in heaven with his bride. We were saying that when my mom passed away and was reunited with Dad in heaven. Obviously, you meet Jesus first, and then you figure who you're lovingly married to would be a very close second. Those reunions. I've talked about those reunions to many people, including my cousin Jerry, who is very religious, but more of faith in God. And, she's not over the top, but you can feel that the Holy Spirit runs through her. She's a good person, going through some aches and pains more than just the normal aches and pains. And she just had a surgery. We'll have another one in a few weeks, I guess. And I love her. I don't want to get too much into any one person's issues, but she brings me a lot of strength, as well as all my other cousins. I only have 2 female first cousins, and that kind of makes them special. Anyways, they're very, very good people. And, but the guys are okay too. But we're typical guys in our family. We show the women respect and everything, but it's sometimes a little harder to show each other the love. But in a lot of cases, a good, strong handshake, maybe we've not seen each other in a while, a hug, and especially if one or both of you are going through something. But love is a very important thing. I saw so much love on this campus. I'm doing this from my place here. My place now is currently an apartment at the apartment building here at Eastern Nazarene College, a college I worked for 32 and a half years, definitely over 32 years. I put down on the resume and applying for the jobs, but 32 and a half to be more precise. And it was great. It was great working for this college. I was hoping it would be the place I retire from. Either retired young because I won the lottery or did my regular time, and I pictured the school going on at least 100 years after I left. Clearly, that did not happen. When you work at some jobs, you think maybe it will go for a few more years. At some restaurants and some stores, you might think it'd go a few years, but you might not picture it forever and ever. But a college, like Eastern Nazarene College, as much as for years it was struggling financially, and it had its ups and downs, and even when things were going good, it wasn't really, really healthily strong. But still, good times were better than the bad times. And never could picture it closing. But as soon as I heard that announcement, it did make sense. So it didn't totally blindside me. The same way when you know a family member's in bad health, you know you might be losing them. But until you lose them, you don't accept it. Now, in the case of my mom, she was in horrible shape. And she had infections after infections after infections. And it was torture for her. Her passing, when she did, was absolute mercy from the Lord. When he took her from this earth and brought her up to heaven. My mother was mentally healthy in all sense of that. She was. She loved life. But the life she was living in her health condition, it was not her. Not her. And she was suffering. And Dad was gone long enough that she was really missing him. if she was dealing with the same health issues and he was in good shape, I think things would have been managed a little better. Me and my dad could handle it a little better. But this was the situation, not the what ifs. This was the situation. And it's tough. It's tough. Kind of worn me down. But I had plenty of good friends here at Eastern Nazarene. Plenty of good members of my family showing me love, and different people here in Quincy showing me love, and I appreciate it. And it continues to this day. And on this Friday evening, I just wanted to put this video, 10 minutes. For a second, I thought that said 14, but 10. I kind of do some of these videos for subscribers, joining the channel and get that number up there and the views and all that. I like seeing comments from people like this kid or guy, Daniel, or whoever's been sending me some comments in a positive way. But I like it, and I gain strength from it. Not just the numbers, but just putting my story out there, talking about where I used to work, Eastern Nazarene College, talking about this great city of Quincy, talking about my good family. Trying to be careful not to talk about the family so much that I violate anybody's privacy, but still find a way to tell the story. Grandpa Pete, who passed away back in 1993. My last grandparent. And my father's father, Grandpa Pete, John D. Peterson of Braintree, originally of Boston, and he moved the family sometime in the 1940s, I would say the late 1940s, from Boston to Braintree. My father came into the family, my grandmom giving birth to him back in 1948. So sometime between my uncle being born and my dad being born, Grandpa Pete moved the family from Boston to Braintree. East Braintree, east of Quincy Avenue, near the Braintree Metropolitan Yacht Club. I think Swiss Beach or whatever was down there. It's under another name now. But I believe it was Swiss Beach. And nice small little neighborhood beach. Not a tourist attraction type of beach like Wollaston Beach or Nantasket Beach, but still a nice little area. It turned out right across the street on Inglewood Road. And these people have all moved, but across the street was the Toys. It was the Petersons and the Toys. I didn't know a guy working at the college, Mr. Ralph Toy, who has now passed on, but Ralph Toy, growing up right across the street from my father. I found it out just a little after my father's passing, and my uncle Charlie, either picking me up or dropping me off at the front gate of the college on East Elm Ave. And I think he said something, "Tom, is that Ralph?" "Ralph! Ralph!" My Uncle Charlie said. And then I found out, Ralph was a big family of, I think, 9, or Ralph had 9 siblings or something like that. And the Petersons were 5 kids, and they lived right across the street from each other on Inglewood Road. And Ralph was a good man every time I ever known that man. It was my privilege and honor to attend his wake. And that was one jam-packed funeral home in Braintree. It was like, you go in there, we'll stand in line, see the deceased, and pray, and then show your respects to the family. Try to talk to 1 or 2 people and tell some stories, but You have to keep on moving through the line, how busy that place was, and respecting everybody that's still behind you. What a good showing for Ralph. But my Uncle Charlie, my mom, and Ralph all died in 2022. I was in a funeral home too many times in 2022. But definitely a lot of love in those funeral homes. And to any family that sees this video that I'm not in direct contact with, and you want to reach out to me, and for some way you've seen this, feel free to reach out to me. If you're in contact with some member of the family and they've respected your wishes, but you want to reconnect, work through them. Anybody that wants to check in with me, if you don't have any of your direct contact, just simply leave a message in one of my videos. Give me some information. Somehow we can connect where appropriate. But a lot of love. Forget about 15, now 16. So, I'm going to close this video right now. Thank you for watching. And if you watch it right to this point, and you've listened to me for over 16 minutes, God bless you simply on that fact. Love you on that. I'm a little bit more happier than I was right at 6 p.m. when I heard that sorry news about that 12-year-old boy. And talking other news for the evening. I've seen different news alerts today about different things and saw some breaking news on live streams, but didn't really watch a newscast since yesterday morning. Kind of missed everything in the second part of the day and then the first part of today. But I'm alive and well. I did my weekly grocery shopping this week on a Friday. I'm ready for the weekend. Stepping out to do some laundry sometime tomorrow. For the first time, I have to use a laundromat down the street. The laundry room has closed at the college, at this apartment building. But everything about that was on schedule, and it's what it is. But I'm doing good. Besides doing laundry down the street and maybe walking around the campus a little, I'll be inside mostly through the weekend, and then I'll have to get some stuff done on Monday. But for everybody, have a good one. Have a good one. Remember, Jesus is hope.